Hello and a very warm welcome to the highlights of day 2 of the second test between Pakistan and Sri Lanka at the National Stadium, Karachi. The pitch on day 2 looks dry. It did assist the spinners as well as the fast bowlers on day 1. Be interesting to see how it behaves on day 2. So that's Sri Lanka's effort with the bat so far. Karunaratne looked good for 25, but in the end he was undone by an Abbas special. Matthews and Embuldenia in the middle for them. 64 for 3 is where they reached at stumps on day 1. It's Pakistan's bowling effort. Shaheen Shah Afridi 1 for 18. He was the one who provided the first breakthrough, and Abbas looked really good. 2 for 21 for him. Pakistan won the toss, elected to bat. Far from an ideal score in the end. 191. 50s for Shafiq and Babar, and Sri Lanka in reply 64 for 3 at stumps on day 1, still 127 runs behind. Let's get straight to the action then. For day 2, it's over to the commentary team.
Pakistan, they need to start off very steadily. They need to make sure that, yes, they need to attack, but aggression should be controlled. There'll be an eye on the runs as well. They don't want a half an hour where runs are leaked. That'll be the key for them throughout the day.
Sri Lanka, on the other hand, when I say grind, it's not an all-out defensive approach, because on this pitch you need to pounce on anything loose. You can't be playing an overcautious inning. Whilst you got to watch, you got to be careful, because I don't think, Baz, that you're ever in on this surface. I mean, looking at the way both Babar batted and even Asad Shafiq batted yesterday, there was always something. It's a challenge. So I still feel on a day 2 pitch that the batsman may not feel in, but so it's also important, as you correctly said, runs. Anyway, here's the first ball. Embuldenia on strike. There's a little bit of movement back into the left-hander, but well past the stumps though.
Interesting yesterday, the fast bowlers preferring to bowl from that university end. Sri Lanka got all their fast bowlers, got all their wickets from that university end. Spinner got all his wickets from our media and closer to us.
So it's a no ball. First runs for Sri Lanka. Runs for him. Just a little push through extra cover. Just a couple of runs to Lasith Embuldenia. Gets him going. He's off the mark for the day. Just got that quite nicely in the middle of the bat. Got behind it. More runs. Just that backing away slightly. But these are useful runs. And Pakistan will term it as a nuisance when you have someone like Lasith Embuldenia coming and nudging it around, pushing it around. That's gone through him. Came back a long way. And, well, does he say it's off the bat?
Inside edge.
What was he trying to do? He was down on one knee going for the slog sweep. Outside edge, yes, it was found, but in very different circumstances. You would have expected him to push and the outside edge, and look what he's tried to do. Another look.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Tries to hit this out of the park. Tries to slog him over mid-wicket. Obviously, the 2 bouncers did work. And a strange dismissal. Out for 13. It's 78 for 4.
Dinesh Chandimal is the new batsman. Carries a lot of experience. Sri Lanka's 2 most experienced batsmen out there in the middle, so they got a job to do now. That average is dipped. Chandimal had once the average in the high 40s and in the 50s. low 50s that was, but if you look at the hundreds and the 50s, 1100s, he's played some match-winning innings. I can still remember one particular inning that he got against India. Rangan Herath came on and bowled, but that was just a counter-punching innings at goal. This is an important phase. This partnership matters as far as Sri Lanka is concerned.
And for Chandimal, this series being his comeback series, it's a big innings for him as well.
Up to's the call. Oh, very good, very good. He's just been bowling Shaheen Shah Afridi. Brilliant to see him attack the ball like that. Oh, they've gone up. Yes, given. The finger goes up. Matthews walks. Oh yes, Pakistan, they're on a roll.
Is gone. His ability to get that ball back into the stumps makes him such a threat. Neatly taken by the keeper, and Pakistan strike again. Night watchman gobbled, and now it's Angelo Matthews with experience and class who has exited. 5 down for 80 Sri Lanka. Matthews goes for 13.
Sri Lanka's centurion in the last game. Dhananjay De Silva walks out. Got work to be done. Sri Lanka have lost both overnight batsmen. 600s. Made it look so simple while most other batsmen did struggle. Rawalpindi. Hammered. That's a good shot. It was aerial, but a bit of opportunity. He puts it away, Chandimal.
Hit it extremely hard, Chandimal. Considered this as a release delivery. Got big on him. Maybe 2 gullies for Chandimal next time when Shaheen Afridi is bowling to him.
Very good, Dinesh Chandimal. Good stride in, positive hit.
All it requires is a positive intent and pick the right length. He was in that zone and hitting it hard once again. I think that's what he's trying to do, just to strongly get himself into some kind of rhythm by hitting the ball hard.
Short ball, and doesn't carry. But quickly on to Dhananjay. Dhananjay not in control. It was a very well directed bouncer, but it's just gotten big on him.
Yeah, liked it. In terms of the angle, that's the danger for the right-handers up against Shaheen Afridi. Hundred up now for Sri Lanka.
Terrific shot. That's been hit back hard. It seems done well to actually take the pace off it, but sounded so good off that bat.
Yes, so just too short and gets the treatment. Too short, too easy.
Disappointed there, Yasir Shah, because he's missed his length. Needs to be slightly fuller.
Goes for it, and very well done indeed in the deep. He was looking to pick that gap. Dhananjay De Silva was taking on the short ball. Look at the fielding by Abid here. That's the commitment Pakistan needs in a situation like this.
Wonderful work. Covered a lot of ground. Then a dive and a big shot this time. That's gone all the way for 6. Gloriously played. Yasir under pressure, being put under pressure by some lovely footwork and bat swing of Dhananjay.
Excellent approach, really good approach by Dhananjay De Silva. Not afraid to come down the wicket. Now he's transferring the pressure back to Pakistan. They do realize that if Sri Lanka can get ahead with the first innings score, it's going to hurt them.
That is beautifully struck. What good timing from the right-hander.
He's turning out to be such a special talent in his 29th Test match. I'll tell you, he's becoming a telling contributor. Number 6, he's made it his own. And man, he's batted brilliantly. Absolutely brilliantly.
Once again, picking up the length early, going back, using the box, as we say, the crease.
Lovely. On the up and through extra cover. That stride out for Chandimal. And timing perfect.
Made a great sound. Came smack in the middle of the bat. Lovely bat position. High elbow, still head.
Not in control. Will it go? It does. It's taken on the boundary at fine leg. And Afridi has struck. And the man we've been talking about, Dhananjay De Silva, has to go. That's a huge wicket. Just before lunch, in fact, about 30 minutes to go for lunch. This is a big wicket.
Yeah, some would say kiss of death. We were praising how brave and how good and how cool he has been. Today, a very good grab by Abbas. Running in, taking it very nicely, and Shaheen Shah Afridi's magic is working. Another spell bears him a great result in Sri Lanka, losing a settled asset. Dhananjay gone after scoring 32. It's 147 for 6.
Timely blow from Pakistan. They've got rid of Dhananjay De Silva, who was looking very, very good out there. New man Niroshan Dikwella. That average can get better. He's a very clever cricketer. Runs. We said runs. Doesn't matter how it comes. 4 of them. That's 150. Nicely played. Very good from Dinesh Chandimal. He's looked $1 million today. Strong bottom-handed player. Strong square of the wicket. But the difference has been the stride he gets into his play. Edge 4. Needed a third slip.
Once again, question marks asked about the attacking nature because of the surface, and you've got this young man who creates these opportunities.
A strange way to go for that catch, Azad Shafiq. It's to his left, but he goes with his strong and the right.
There's another boundary. Very unfortunate.
Not in control, but straight down and into the gap this time. But the previous one, you just wonder if Azad Shafiq had gone with his left only, whether he would have gone that extra distance. Made Nova, 170 for 6. Yep, that's it, 36 overs. Sri Lanka trailing by 21 runs. It's been a good session for both teams. I'd say Pakistan still in it. They picked up the 3 wickets.
So after early setbacks, it was Chandimal and Dhananjay who provided a bit of stability to the innings. But before lunch break, Shaheen Shah Afridi dismissed Dhananjay, and Dikwella is in the middle as Sri Lanka reach 170 for 6 at lunch. Pakistani bowlers toiled hard with 2 successful ones in Shaheen Shah Afridi and Mohammad Abbas. 3 wickets apiece for each of them. 3 for 44 for Shaheen and 3 for 34 for Mohammad Abbas. Naseem Shah and Yasir Shah are still wicketless. Well, that's the match in brief then. Pakistan won the toss, elected to bat. 191 is all they could manage. 63 for Shafiq, and Babar also scoring a half century. And Sri Lanka, in reply, 170 for 6. Still trail by 21 runs at lunch on day 2. We'll take a very short break here. When we come back, we'll see the best of action from the second session of play.
It's a straight hit and a big hit.
While the players take tea, let us show you all the highlights from the previous session.
Chandimal desperate for a score. He's doing okay, but have had the break for a good hour. Have to start all over again. And Dickwalla, keeper. Cheeky little impish strokes. He is renowned for. Have to gather himself again. So Chandimal up against Afridi. 2 slips in a gully. Wide third man. And a man back on the hook as well, a deep backward square. Oh, it's a lovely start. Ramesh Raja right on the button.
Yeah. Always is a bit tough for the batsman after an extended lunch break. This one shaped back, and I think that is where he's been so impressive. Took him exactly 12 months to get it right, because he always had skills. Can't afford to throw it away now. Chandimal has worked hard to be in the 40s. He's limping. Big inside edge onto his knee. Never nice.
Oh, hustle. The throws and a goal away. It'll hit the rope. Mohamed Abbas can't get anywhere near that. So 5 runs there, signalled by Bruce Oxenford.
Oh, cut him in half. That ball keeping a bit low. Because they've been, Danny, on a, not exactly on a losing sequence, but, you know, Australia was a tough tour for them. Lost 2 test matches. Pindi was a couple of bright spots in the shape of 2 centurions.
Now, that's not bad. It's one of his go-to areas, and he's renowned for that. Through cover. Hardish hands, but he was to it. Threaded it nicely.
Cracking shot. Balance was good and the execution was perfect. He had to beat that fielded cover. Look at where he got it from. He was standing outside the crease, stretching forward, and balance was beautiful. Just a push with the wrist, nothing more than that. Yeah, you can't take such liberties against Abbas because he's a clever operator. He'll keep on pegging away in that line, in that corridor. Chandimal has got to be a little bit more steady in his approach after the break.
Yes, yes! What a cracker! Keeper's come up. It's done the trick. Guess what? He's hit the poles again. Teammates are all over him.
This is worth watching once, twice, multiple times. Beautifully delivered. Looking to be on the front foot, and he's beaten his defense quite comprehensively. What a delivery, what a ball. Great result for Pakistan after the break. Dickwalla has gone after scoring 21. 7 down for 184.
Dilruwan Pereira has found himself out in the middle. Debut, he got that best of 95. Now it's pitching outside. Very excited as the bowler. Big appeal, but certainly pitching outside.
Middle leg, a bit high as well. Doubt for the umpire to call it straight away. He's pushing too hard. Chandimal is going nowhere with this.
Yeah, as the sun was setting and we're down in our studio position. Peach, still probing.
As we'll feel it. Single is taken.
It's in the air for some time, but some good energy, good fielding, and, support for the bowler. All come over to Arabali. Give him a little congrats.
Not getting his cheeks pinched. At 32, Abid Ali.
Nicely turned leg side. Trying a freebie going around the wicket, angling back into Pereira's pads. Beautiful shot off the back foot, stands tall, hits it through extra cover and brings up his 50 as well.
Good fighting half century, an important one for Dinesh Chandimal. As we know, he'd have a rough last 12 months or so, left out after that Australian tour. Lost the captaincy, but now been reinstated in the side. And these are valuable runs.
It's a square hit and a big hit.
Slip and a gully now. We're looking for a couple. They're running that first run hard. They'll make it easily. Driven. That's Dilruwan Pereira going for the Yorker. The Sri Lankan 200 is up.
And Naseem Shah, we've seen this throughout his bowling in this test match, that the first ball is quite a loosener. Starts off with almost a full toss, which has been placed pass point to the fence. And this is where Azhar Ali's captaincy will be tested.
Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. Took his eyes off the ball. Dilruwan Pereira. It's nasty.
It skids on to Pereira. He's ducked into it and right on the grill. Naseem Shah just checking if he's all right.
And get runs down to third man. Two of them, in fact. Pereira has to rush.
And Chandimal goes through the offside. Little bit of width offered, and that's been hammered. Flight from Yasir Shah, too full, and slapped through the offside.
I wouldn't mind really Yasir Shah going for that length rather than bowling short.
Big shot, big hit, sweetly timed over mid-on. One bounce over the rope. Good shot.
Oh yes, very good shot. Not the fact that he hit it sweetly, but also in the context of the game. Do not let Yasir Shah settle down. He gives you an opportunity, put him away. That makes life difficult for Azhar Ali. How he's going to manage his fast bowlers, it'll wear the fast bowlers down a lot quicker. Off the wicket, the flat bat shots work well. As we see now, swivels.
Not the ideal delivery. I think this is not part of the deal. Part of the brief that's subscribed to Naseem Shah bowling a short ball, and that too not high enough. An easy shot for Chandimal to execute. Square driven. That seems to be his favorite area. Big chase for Babar Azam. He loses that race in that run chase. Naseem Shah has been plundered for plenty. 2 boundaries in this over.
And this is his rhythm. Once again, that front foot away from the ball. He's got a base in and he makes contact a little later. That's when his timing comes through. And obviously, the gaps that he can easily hit are square of the wicket.
That's good batting, safe batting. Milk that single. And gone, he does the job beautifully. Haris Sohail picks up Chandimal off a loose ball and a soft dismissal in the end.
Well, the previous short one he hit to extra cover. This time he makes an extra effort to get it into the gap. There's no width, ends up slicing it. So that goes down to the field that was set. Chandimal trying something different, but he's batted brilliantly for this 74 he's made here today. Sri Lanka, 235 for 8.
Well, Pakistan fans will be thank heavens, the 8th wicket has fallen.
Haris Sohail does have a knack of getting wickets. And he got a big wicket in Chandimal. There you go. Yasir Shah in the wickets now. That's the ball to spin. And it's edge to slip.
Well, it's all in slow motion. In terms of carrying and Fernando.
Can you just rock and roll that for me, please? Yeah, I'm satisfied that the ball is grounded there. I'm going to go to the big screen. My decision is going to be not out.
N-O. Spells no, Baz. This has been given out of the ballpark, has it? Oh, yes. Feels like a bit of white ball cricket, Baz.
Yeah, skips down the track and hits it out of the park. Straight down, just maybe towards that offside. And he always knew that that was a maximum.
Sort of appealed and got a bit more excited. He's not happy with us. He wants to go upstairs. Going up because he asked his skipper very quickly.
Doesn't appear to be any bat or tracking coming up. Pitching outside off, impacts in line, and wickets umpire's call. I'm going to go back to Bruce. Bruce, I'm going to ask you to stay with your original decision. I'll let you know when you're on screen.
Round the wicket. There's an extra. So we've still got 6 to go. 250 for Sri Lanka is up now. Oh, he's just shimmying out the square leg. Survives. No damage done. R8 down. For 251. Just having a chat, discussion. And players are going to make their way off the playing arena.
So that is Sri Lanka's story with the bat in the first innings. 74. Dinesh Chandimal, the standout performer for them. And at the crease, Dilruwan Perera looking good for 35. He's been attacking the bowlers as they have reached 251 for 8 at T on day 2. Pakistan toiled hard. The pick of the bowlers was Muhammad Abbas, 4 for 47 for him. Shaheen Shah Afridi, 3 for 66. And a wicket, a crucial one for Haris Sohail as he dismissed Dinesh Chandimal. So that's the match summary. Pakistan won the toss, elected to bat, made 191 thanks to Shafiq and Babar's half centuries. And in reply, Sri Lanka have taken a very significant lead, 60-run lead till T on day 2. We'll take a very short break here. When we come back, we'll see the best of action from the final session on the second day.
It's a straight hit and a big hit.
Or 4. Poor delivery. Luckily, there was only 1 ball bowled, not 3.
Oh, that's lovely jubbly. This is not so. Well, it's lovely jubbly for Pereira. It's right there to be tucked away for 4.
More likely dibbly-dobbly, that one.
Those were the days. That's well bowled. Is that a request from you, Russell Arnold? And you got one. There's an appeal there with the champs. Can we go upstairs? I don't think so.
Wilson's given a signal. And yep, they're asking the question, so will he have to change it? Let's see.
Appears to be no bat, but let's confirm that with the use of ultra edge. There's gap between bat and ball, flat line.
There we go, confirmation, ends the over. There you go, Russ. They might even get a couple here. Take the strike. Zip for 3. Oh, he wants it. Fernando's hustling. Yeah, good running. Good stuff.
That's it. That's the way. Keep it moving.
Ball races away. It's gone fine, and being the new ball, zipped away. Very useful runs these. The lead is now 75. Nice simple cricket stroke. Pereira. Nice. Just a bit of timing. Look at that. There's back-to-back boundaries here for Pereira. 48 now.
This partnership growing now, 35 of 66, so it's working very nicely. As long as the runs are coming, as long as they do keep coming quickly.
Oh, nasty. He did well to avoid it.
Yeah, he had it under control, Roshan, just tucked, weaved out of the way. Beautiful technique.
Asking the question and given. And he is referring it. Straight away, he's gone upstairs, so that's interesting.
Doesn't appear to be any bat, but I'll confirm that with the use of ultra edge, please. Yeah. The gap between bat and ball, flat line on ultra edge. Pitching in line, impacts in line, wickets umpire's call. Bruce, I'm gonna ask you to stay with your original decision. I'll let you know when you're on screen. You're on screen now.
Well, it's an umpire's call, but doesn't matter. Shaheen Shah Afridi has got his 4th wicket, and more importantly, they have now just seen the back of Dilruwan Pereira out for 48. A great hand from a Sri Lankan point of view. Sri Lanka 271 for 9. 3 slips, short leg, gully. Oh, it's done. 5 to Shaheen Shah Afridi. Lahiru Kumara out, second ball. The Sri Lankan innings ends, and that is with a healthy first innings lead of 80 runs. How crucial is the lead going to be is the question. But the man running back, Lahiru Kumara, he would want to get on that park and start bowling again. But what a brilliant effort by the two seam bowlers of Pakistan, and particularly this young man, Shaheen Shah Afridi. Such a fantastic career, just starting. This is how he got his 5th.
Yeah, top off. Just played inside the line, but been a great bowling performance from this young lad. He's ran in and got the ball to swing throughout this innings. Abbas bowled beautifully too, but right now it's all about Shaheen Shah Afridi getting his first 5-wicket haul for Pakistan.
Sri Lanka eventually were out for 271. The best batsman for them proved to be Dinesh Chandimal, 74 for him. And in the end, Dilruwan Perera made 48 to lift the total to 271. Oh, Pakistani bowling was impressive. 5 for 77 for young Shaheen Shah Afridi, his first fifer in Test cricket, and 4 for 55 for Muhammad Abbas, and 1 wicket for Haris Sohail. That's the match summary then of the first 2 innings. Pakistan winning the toss, electing to bat 191, and in reply, Sri Lanka 271, thanks to Chandimal's effort with the bat, mainly with 74 and Dilruwan Perera 48. Sri Lanka have taken a first innings lead of 80 runs. We'll take a very short break here. When we come back, we'll see Pakistan's second innings.
It's a straight hit and a big hit.
Vital for both teams. Sri Lanka would like to pick up a couple and keep Pakistan in the negative going into tomorrow. Whereas Shan Masood, he'll be under pressure. I mean, he's 2 failures in this series already.
Yeah, that's been an unfortunate pattern from him, because he's shown sparks of brilliance at times, and then when so much is expected of him, he just throws it away. Got a great delivery in the first innings. He's hoping that Abid Ali will take strike, but it's Shan Masood who's once again pitted against left arm angle of Vishwa, who deceived him with a beauty. Abid Ali, what about him? What a great start to his career. Looked so impressive here in the first innings. When wickets were falling, he was so good with his compact technique. Very good to that length, which is a little short of good length. Punched the ball beautifully off the back foot. Sri Lanka would want a bit of consistency from Fernando, because his first innings performance initially was superb, where he got 2 batsmen out quickly, and then he was a little up and down, wavered in his line and length.
It swung for him early, but when he came back for his second spell, he couldn't get it to move. And then you become predictable and easier for the batsman to handle. Goes on with the angle. He's off the mark. And so are Pakistan in the second innings. Massive for the Sri Lankans. This is a very good opportunity. 5 test matches here in Karachi. They've never won. Lost 4, in fact. Lairu Kumara. So good to watch. He was so good in that first innings. That average coming down all the time. 6 for 122 in Cape Town against South Africa. That's his best. Good start. Good start again.
Quick hands from Abid Ali, and a quick 2 as well. That's good running.
Oh, lovely. That'll be a boundary. Right in his arc. He leans into it. Pakistan going along nicely in the second innings. He knows his game. He knows his game all right, Abid Ali. He knows where he can play those shots. So easy. Leaning into it.
Yeah, it's good there. That's a flick and beautifully paced. Oh, just didn't go hard to stop that one, Lahiru.
So it's not necessarily that Sri Lanka are bowling a wrong line. They're bowling the line that they bowled in the first innings. But the ball's not swinging. It's going on with the angle and it's ending up on the pad. So they got to make that adjustment. Four leg buys. Runs are leaking. Sri Lanka a little indisciplined here. Drives again, no swing, just a swing at the bat. Abid Ali looking $1 million. Long throw, the batsman taking them on. Four, nicely deflected. More runs, Pakistan got that lead down to 49 as they're 31 for no loss.
That should encourage Karunaratne to get the fielder in, or the field in, that bounced and spun.
That's not bad. That's a nice bit of aggression here. Swatted away here from Abid Ali. Down on one knee.
Is that they have come out very positively, looking to pounce on opportunities. Straight away he knew where his spot was, didn't really see too much of turn. That was pushed through a little bit shorter from the left arm spinner. I like it. Needs to be doing that more, needs to relax nicely as he bowls, shouldn't be rushing through, just needs to take his time. That's perfect. Nice drop and then turn and bounce. Good work at mid-on. Oh, in fact, not fielded. For a moment, I thought he had it covered. That's the captain. Had to get across quickly. Nicely punched down the ground.
Miners, not a bad line at all though from Fernando. Yeah, pull from the skipper. Got to stop those, big man.
Again, a touch shot, punched. Shan Masood's looking good. He's certainly gaining in confidence. Goes into the 20s with that boundary. In fact, he's 19, beg your pardon.
Well, the run rate's over fours. It's 4.15. Yeah, and that'll make Shan Masood feel a lot better. Taking his time, but the strike rate now is up over the 50%. That is impressive, really is. The 50 partnership with the total in the second inning goes to 53, but that'll feel real sweet for Abid Ali.
He looks so good, particularly forcing shots off the back foot. Just gets into his full height. Looks to go deep in the crease. Very comfortable, particularly when he plays off the back foot. Again, just playing him off the back foot. Worth looking at the pitch map, both to the left-handers and the right-handers. More than the line that I would like to see is the length that Ambuldeni is looking to bowl. That's what I'm talking about. I think that's the third short delivery. 57 without loss. Well, that's it. I think the umpires finding that the light's not up to their liking and it's not the perfect for batting despite the floodlights on. So at the moment play has been stopped. With Pakistan looking good on 57 without loss. Just 23 runs the deficit. I think the concern was the fast bowler being on, so that's the reason. That's good. That's really good. Hiroshan Dikwella just giving him a bit of glove love, as they call it, to Shan Masood.
So Pakistan in their second innings have looked good at the start. Shan Masood 21 and Abid Ali 32, unbeaten, 57 for no loss. Oh, Sri Lanka used 4 options but without much success as Pakistan reached 57 for no loss at the end of the second day's play. That's the match summary. Pakistan won the toss, elected to bat, and thanks to Shafiq and Babar's half-centuries, made 191. In reply, Sri Lanka, powered by 74 from Dinesh Chandimal and 48 in the end from Dilruwan Pereira, took a very sizable lead of 80. And Pakistan, in reply, 57 for no loss, which means that they are 23 runs behind. Hope you enjoyed the highlights of day 2. Goodbye.